a migration treaty proposal. Entered into a migration treaty. Their populations may now freely move between the two empires. So things are kind of complicated when it comes to these migrations and whatnot. For example, we have a planet that has these tiles to live in, and aliens may just jump here. For example, they being massacred by somebody, or they want to travel freely, they can come over and kind of live freely. The other thing I want to talk about is that I've noticed that things are not looking very well when it comes to happiness, as you may see. Many populations are very unhappy because I'm restricting some of these populations from various factions to exist, and there's quite a few supporters within my empire, and this creates unrest. But because of my police state and whatnot, no, I won't have any research agreements with anybody. I'll want to keep it to myself.
Tile blocker cleared. Research complete.
That's it. Reveals resource. Is a very dense and unstable element that can be used for powerful explosives. Explosive weapon damage plus 15. Yeah, let's have that. I'm sure we're going to build something of that sort. The next thing is that I'm sure we have
complete.
a lot of research to complete. For example, that research.
Construction complete.
And
construction complete.
That should be it, probably. Now, change scientist maybe. Warp wind and 10 days. Okay, so she should be researching all this stuff at some point. Not really sure how this whole research works, but I'm sure somebody's just gonna come over and do all that research. Habitability is 0 in this surface right here. A rocky world with nitrogen oxygen atmosphere.
Research complete.
Is experiencing a new a nuclear winter. Planet fortification. Toughness unlocks Sintel point defense physics lab. Let's go with that. That is a very important thing. The next thing we need. Whoa! Why there are no planets shown? I'm unsure now. All the planets are taken, or what? Fascinating. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Facebook Research 1. It appears to be an agent survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still there. Okay, that's great.
Incoming transmission.
Is that for us? Okay. Eurasian Conclave. Where is it anyway? Eurasian Conclave. Right there. Do we want to have a peace treaty with them? They have quite a... Well, it's not a peace treaty. They are... They want a non-aggression pact. I'm sure it's a good deal to have a non-aggression pact with some of these nations. The galaxy presents enough threats without having to worry about a war between the AndYouLeftTheGame Facebook, Twitter, YouTube subscribers and the Eurasian Conclave. We suggest entering into a non-aggression pact to mutually secure peace. So I'm gonna agree. They have 5 worlds, as you can see. I'm sure they're tough, and it's just kind of best. Surely this is a sign of divine issue special project. We have gotten a report from Science Officer Jenna Fletcher. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star. Most peculiar. It should obviously not be there, yet somehow it has managed to find its way into a close orbit. Interesting. And we'll go with this meeting, surely blessing. It should be obviously not be there, yet somehow it has managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and try to deduce how it ended up there.
Situation log updated.
Alright, let's see what we have here. And these are the empires that we currently know something about. Some of these are our rivals, some of these are not. Look at this guy. Cuoptilium autocracy. They trust us, and that gives us plus 75. Look at these guys. Xenophilia. I'm not sure whatever that means, but obviously I have to Google it because it would be game breaking if I wouldn't know it. However, it has something to do with the way this race sees or feels about other races, interacts with them, and because of this reason xenophilia is very related to us. So it probably means that we're xenophiles too. Wise spiritualists, Saiban Sacred Order, Trust, alright, their opinion of us is 0, and obviously some of them hate us if they're our rivals. Military dictatorship, 4 council, mega corporation, military commissariat. We're military commissariat. Wow, direct democracy, war council, citizen statocracy, fragmented nation states. Wow, there are so many of these things, like these ways to control. Okay, so let's see.
Research complete.
I can't do this. I must research stuff. And powered exoskeletons. This is what we can potentially have. That would give us plus 5 minerals and plus 5 army damage. Or we go for an engineer's facility. But we're gonna go for extra 5 minerals just because it's still, I believe so, that beginning of the game. Now, before we go much further, I would like to see if everything is kind of being researched. Change scientists. I think they're both investigating something. Let me. Okay, so this guy here is definitely was researching something. Muscala is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with the tall xenothaps. Okay, before I finish reading this, I want to start another project. So you just go there. Okay, so it started. Awesome. And before I go any further, I want to know why my expansion planner isn't working. So it looks like the only planets I can possibly I can possibly occupy the ones that almost have nothing on them. So the only planets that show up is with the 20% habitability, which is super bad, probably not even worth it. But I just recently checked it out, and it was fine. Now, do we have any more traditions that we like to adapt? It looks like we need a lot of this or that. Yeah, we need a lot of this unity to do it, and we soon are going to have just enough, and we'll have to choose. And we'll have to choose which one we want to go for. So I first went with the expansion. We got quite a few benefits indeed. We clear blocker cost, and that's a big deal. Now, what if we go with harmony? Leader lifespan, governing ethics attraction, unrest. Unrest is reduced. Wow, that is a big deal. You see, we focus on unrest extremely. If you haven't noticed that, then there's while in a defense war with another empire, shipbuilding speed is increased by 30%. In addition, the fire rate is increased. Complete. So if we get attacked, we will be a lot powerful. Then we get the Paradise Dome, Utopian Dream. Awesome. We'll have to check this out soon enough, and we finally can have one. Inactive buildings, did he say? At least one of our planetary buildings is missing something that is required for it to function. What do you mean? And it looks like this guy needs something built. And I suspect that it probably needs either a temple or a monument. It probably would be best to have one of these monument temple planets on their own, but that's just when we become so much more powerful. And I'll just go with some electricity here, even if food is something that we would need. So I'm sure it's probably best to just go with the food plant here. And inactive buildings. Does it even show me? A grown pop. Okay, so basically buildings have been built, but because there's no population in them, it won't really work. Okay. Now we can choose one of these traditions, but before that I want to just check out what do we have here. Moscow Law is an uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with the tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral.
Research complete.
Not native to the planet. Evidently. Whoa. Technology what? Research complete. I actually somehow read it that it was purchased for some reason. Look at that. 2 of these were completed. Energy storage capacity plus Twitter unlocks edict capacity overload, unlocks building energy grid, global energy management. Cost produces 3 energy credits plus 10%. Planet unique. And it Unlocks an edict. Unlocks feature assist research. Planet modifier. Allows our scientists to assist with the research on a colony. Okay. Unlocks an observatory. Planet sensor race, physics output. Alright. I'm sure it would be best to go with that, and on some planets I'll put it on maybe. Now, Frontier Clinic. Growth speed. Propaganda broadcasts last 10 years, gives some happiness. I like that. And we got some farming subsidies, another edict. This edicts cost influence, but I'm gonna go with some propaganda broadcasting. I'm sure it's very needed. And so what else do we have here?
Incoming transmission.
Incoming transmission. Research agreement. No. I'm sure soon enough I'll get a lot of research done, and I don't want them to have the same benefits. And evidently placed here by some artistically inclined space farming race. The monoliths, flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely. Okay, this is some kind of a interesting thing. We can get some research from it, or
Construction complete.
Or we can kind of make copies of it. So I'm gonna get some research, because if I make copies it sounds really
Research
nice
complete.
but from a gameplay perspective it won't give me absolutely anything. Now I'm gonna further go with some engineering facilities, and guess what, a new faction has been discovered. Now we probably need some more traditions. I just need to see, where is it? Okay, so we went with harmony, so that would give us some more unrest. Abilities to stop unrest, and then we get some supremacy, which give us some army damage, better generals, more unity, diplomacy. We could form federations, habitability is increased, more unity, unlocks a visitor center, which is interesting. Discovery would give us some benefits to research, recruitment, scientific, and planetary survey, research points. Then leader skill, this is prosperity, gives us, reduces build cost, unlocks private colony ship, energy grid, and energy nexus.
Research
also gives some
complete.
unity, building upkeep reduced, ship upkeep reduced by 10%, that's a lot. And I'm just gonna go with harmony. I see that it's so much more useful. Election is out there. We can support some of these guys, or females obviously. Vote share 9%, 20%. Okay, ruling from YouTube planet, busy leading energy research, physics research, society. Okay, I'm not gonna support anybody, because we're just doing so well on our own, and we already got somebody elected as a commentator of the AndYouLeftTheGame Facebook, Twitter, YouTube subscribers, and he will start to reign. soon enough.
Research complete.
It looks like alien planets are increasing in size too. I should send my other scientists to research other planets. However, the closer I get to these guys, the more weak I'm gonna be, I think, because they are so powerful, they could beat me very easily, so I don't even want to start a war with them or be close to them. I probably just need to deal with these guys all around, but for now I could just stay here. Why? Okay, these planets have been surveyed. But there's no other choice, really. We just kind of have to go there. There's some more anomalies. We have these missions here that we'll have to do. I'll have to kind of find out about them a little later.